Najiya Saleh was already middle-aged the last time she voted in a Libyan election. Now she's 109 and gearing up to vote for only the second time in her life, in Libya's first elections after 47 years.
هذه الأولى هذه في الخمسينات
أيام المملكة.
أيوة. اللي اليوم البطاقة اللي درتها اليوم
عاد لا محمد رسول الله مع المسلمين مع المنصورين.
Abdel Rahim Al-Jumeil is also a centenarian, 101 years old to be exact, and he also voted in Libya's last elections about 50 years ago. Surrounded by his sons and family in the eastern town of Al-Baida, he expresses his hope that these elections won't be as corrupt as those ones were.
الجي الشباب والجي جماعة واجدين تسمع فيا وجلست معاهم هذه قلت لهم يا شباب نحن رانا عدل أيامنا لكن هالمكان انتم تمسكوه وعليكم بالوجود انتخاب هذه الشهادة.
Libyans have taken enthusiastically to the upcoming elections for a national congress, registering in their hundreds of thousands 1,500 centers around the country.
ما نعرفوش راه توضوا مغربي يتم يحكي لك انتخابات مازال مش فاهم الانتخابات شنو لكن عارفه ان في صالح ليبيا الانتخابات هذه حاجه في صالح الوطن نحن حاجه في صالح الوطن نبغوا نديروها هي حاجه في صالح الوطن.
By the time the Electoral Commission announced a one-week extension to registration in mid-May, those registered had surpassed 2 million, way over half of an estimated electorate of about 3.5 million. The United Nations Support Mission in Libya's deputy chief, alongside its top electoral expert, paid a visit to several cities in eastern Libya to check out how preparations for the elections are going.
But 3 weeks ago, there was hardly a single office of the Electoral Commission in the districts, in the provinces. So it is really amazing what they have been able to do in just setting themselves up and doing the job that they're doing.
It is now the key step to move out of the revolution into a legitimate people's elected national congress that will continue in the path of setting up a democratic institutions in Libya. So the main work now is to support the High National Electoral Commission with advisors, especially at the level of UNSMIL.
الأشخاص اللي في القائمة مثلا في كيان سياسي ولا حزب معين. ما تعرفش متاعين ضبرق وما تعرفش متاعين.
Big difference between voting a majoritarian system or a proportional system. When you vote in a majoritarian system, you're thinking very much in the person, in the individual. It's a very personalized system. In the proportional representation, you're voting more for the entity that presents the list. So you don't think so much about people, you think about the entity or the political party. The concern that we keep hearing from people, and we heard as we have been speaking to civil society groups in particular, is the concern for the elections to be perfect. This is the first elections. They're important elections because they're the ones who are going to help build the new political architecture. So they want it to be perfect, and of course it is impossible for everything to be perfect. And they don't realize that this is actually just the beginning of things. People see these elections as being the end all of, and in fact it's the beginning of, and it's all a process. It's all a process that needs to start. And sometimes, and this is a message that we always try to pass along, the perfect is the enemy of the good.
Resolved to be at the polling station on election day, Najiya and Abdel Rahim stand up and head to sleep. Hopefully for them, they won't have to wait as long for the next elections as they did for these ones.